Stranger in my own land.
Before you start filming, let's talk about how I'm gonna do this introduction.
What's one story you would like to share?
Well, I'd like to share the story concerning my daughter, Brittany Ross. When she was about 11 or 12 years old, my wife and I went away to dinner, came back home, and we had a brand new car in the garage, you know. And the next thing I know, when I opened the garage up and walked around and looked at the car, it was paint chips all over the car. I looked at the bricks at the back of the garage. The bricks were pushed out from the wall. I said, well, I know we're inside the car and the car was parked. And come find out,
drove the car, my mother's car, through the back of our garage.
What my dad doesn't know about that story is I actually scraped his truck too, and I just never said anything.
She's too old to beat now, so I'll get on.
When did you scrape the truck?
Let's take the one
But why I got to do it?
Because you're her mother.
You and I were arguing one morning, and you put your hand, I went to hit you, I went to smack you in your mouth. You put your hand up. I got the broom and started beating you with the broom. You call it cops.
Don't
so
call
next
that.
thing we know, the police came here. And of course, the story was turned around on you because he told you you need to respect your mom and dad. And what else did he say, honey?
Get out of the house quick as you can. She was only 11 at the time.
The thing about that story is, guess what? It's 2013, so now I have them on video camera talking about how they hit me with a broom. Maybe they can lock them up now. Now they would have lied. Now it ain't even happened. Now people don't
Not
remember.
only is she my sister, but she's one of my best friends. She walks to the beat of her own drum. She doesn't let anybody tell her what to do or how to do it. Brittany is an individual, and that's what I love most about her. She is somebody that will tell you the truth, whether it hurts you, whether it makes you sad, makes you happy, makes you want to cry, or makes you want to shout.
Ain't he really making a debut somewhere?
I'm saying this is how I dress all day. And don't get my socks. That night we was hanging out and we ended up over at Ray's house. Don't tell.
And I woke up disgusted.
No, I woke up disgusted. I can tell that story.
Go ahead.
You want me to talk? I remember waking up the next morning in the passenger side of my car.
Because what did your wonderful friend Brittany do?
Brittany drove me home. Brittany was a very good friend that night. She drove me home.
Actually, I drove you to
She drove me to my car, which I left at Food Line.
Cause I left my car at Food Line.
Okay, and I drove, and then
Yes.
you drove me back to
Your
you drove back to your car, and you left me in the passenger side of my car, and
I put
you
the
left me
keys.
there all night, and that hurt.
See how quick? I had to work in the morning. I didn't know he was going to stay asleep. I took the keys and I put the keys underneath the passenger seat with him in the passenger seat because therefore if a cop were to come up to him, he had no intent on driving. I know how the DUI laws work. So I pretty much saved my friend from a DUI. Then the next morning, okay, you can continue the story because I just had to straighten that out. Go ahead.
Alright, to your credit, you did come back the next morning around 9 o'clock to save me. And you scared me. You banged on my window. And I actually thought it was the cops until I seen it was you. and I woke up and I was very elated to see my best friend still there. Well, assuming that she had been there all night until I seen her car parked. Brittany is a good friend because Brittany, and this is very hard for me to do. It's like trying to talk about your brother or your sister. This is like extremely hard. But man, Brittany is a wonderful person. Is definitely a wonderful person, and she's definitely one of my inspirations. She has an amazing heart. I
want to puke. I'm joking.
Just like the epitome of what a woman should be, you know, very independent, very strong, but not strong-headed to the point where she can't hear from other people. So it's not like a prideful thing or things of that nature, a strong-headed thing. But Brittany is a cool individual, very spontaneous, very exciting person to be around. Like, you just never know what you're gonna
All
get.
right. My daughter, Brittany Ross, who's my youngest daughter, she's very artistic, very creative, very intuitive, very smart girl. And I really love her, but she gives me a hard time, but we still friends.
I don't answer to these busters. Only God could judge.
This year's vision board. A vision board is something that you put up to remind yourself on a daily basis all the things you want to accomplish. In the center of mine, love.
We on? Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I had to put my Hugh Hefner robe on. What I want to share about myself is that I got a lot of baby mamas. My girl don't know about it yet. We started this out.